The Humane AI pen.
The Meta smart glasses.
The Rabbit R1.
We've seen the wearable AI space explode over the past year, but are any of these worth your money?
Welcome back to Deaton Street. I'm Dustin. He's Zach. And today we're going to give our final thoughts on a few of the big wearable AI devices, the Humane pen, the Rabbit R1, and the Meta Ray-Ban glasses. But first, head down below the video, give us a like, hit the little bell, just subscribe, leave a comment, let us know what you think. We're really enjoying reading everybody's comments, everybody's opinions, and we're enjoying the little spike of growth that we're hitting right now.
Racing to 150 right now, Dustin.
Oh, absolutely. What we're at, like 142 right now.
142.
So it's been fun. But back to the video, back to the matter at hand. The AI wearable devices market right now.
Yes, sir.
So the three that we're going to talk about, we've said them about 3 times already. The Humane, the Rabbit, the Meta.
Right.
We're going to split it up into a few different sections, the price and the build, the features, what they can do, the shortcomings, and then like our final thoughts on the general devices themselves. But I don't know, Zach, do you want to start off with the first one?
Yeah, sure. So we're going to take this in order. We're going to start with price and build, kind of give the price of it, the lowest starting price, and then what we think about the build, some of the kind of technical qualities of the hardware and how you use it. So UI type stuff.
Yeah.
So first off, we have the Rabbit R1. It comes in at $199 out of the box. For the build, we've not touched the Rabbit R1 or the Humane AI in person. I want to kind of caveat this with we are normal consumers like you, which means that we do not have a treasure chest of money to go and buy these items. And so what we're trying to do is synthesize the reviews that you find online, do research after the fact, and give you our thoughts based on the same type of research that you can do. So we're trying to be a little bit relatable in that way. Also, we don't have thousands of dollars to be spending on this. Anyways, we find the build to be a little plasticky, but in kind of like a quirky retro way. Dustin's a real big retro guy. It kind of speaks to that vibe. I think for a $200 product, it works for what it's trying to be as far as the build. The buttons, however, the layout, they don't seem really ergonomic to us, and the UI seems like complicated to use to me. One of the things that I talked to Dustin about before we started this video is it reminds me of like a Bop It in order to like kind of navigate through everything, like shake it in order to like go back and bop it and press it and hold it. So it's kind of,
spin it.
It's a little quirky in that way. Definitely not something that I would love in my device, especially for a device that has a screen. And then finally, in order to get to that great AI feature that we're all searching for, you have to hold input in order to speak into it. So it's not always constantly listening. You have to hold it in order to do that. So Dustin, what about the Meta?
So rolling right along, this one's going to be, this video is going to be quick, a bunch of information. The Meta starts at $299. Now this depends on the styles, your lenses. You can get prescription lenses or sunglasses, all of that stuff. It goes up to, I think I saw it was like $499 for one of the newer styles. Look at there, a preview. Oh, fancy. I don't have to make a motion graphic. Hey. As far as the build goes, it's plasticky. They look good. Maybe a little bulky on the sides. Now, my opinion as to why they are plasticky, I mean, it's a pair of glasses. It's on your face. You don't want it to be these heavy, pieces of metal and machinery, especially because it's got all of the electronics in there. The lighter it is, the better. So then, it's going to be plasticky. The one button that just works. So it's got one button that you would, press to activate it. I'm guessing you'd activate it to like talk to Meta or whatever, or is just like a one function button? All
Always listening for talk to Meta. It's just
okay,
one press for a picture, one hold for a video.
perfect. So yeah, and it also connects to your phone. So, and it's through like the Meta AI or the Meta Vision app or whatever it is. Um, so yeah, that's the from the website features cut and
Or
dry
build. Yeah, the build for
build.
the, yeah.
The build, yeah. So what next?
The Humane AI pin. And
Hmm.
Dustin will have to make us a little motion graphic here, throw it up so we can see it.
I'll put a projector on my hand and
There
do it
you go.
that way.
It comes in at $699 out of the box, but it has a required $24 a month subscription. And that's because it comes with the SIM card and all that other good stuff. It's on the T-Mobile network.
Oh,
I don't know if I'm an AT&T guy myself, but I'm not
same.
being paid, so I could be swayed. It seems to be built really well. It has a metal body. The components look good. To me, it's stylish. Like, I like the way that this device looks.
Yeah.
It has a touchpad on the device. It's like a tap and hold in order to get to your trusty AI assistant. It also has this like hand projector. I will say this hand projector has not had really good reviews, but we'll get to that a little bit more.
It's a cool idea.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
It's a really cool idea.
It looks like the future for sure.
You know.
And with this hardware, one of the things that Humane is kind of pushing and trying to do is they're trying to be a phone replacement eventually. That's not something that Rabbit R1 has said. It's not something that the Meta Smart glasses has said, but part of the hardware here is supposedly eventually, maybe this will replace a phone. With that, let's go straight into features and what they can do. So this is kind of what we're talking about, like the positives. And the way that we pulled this up is we went as best we could. We went to the product developers' websites and we pulled it from there. So these are the things that they are marketing to people that they should be able to do. So Mallett Head, Rabbit R1.
The Rabbit R1 is a multimodal AI. Now, we've explained it in the previous videos. We've covered each three of these devices. The multimodal AI introduces like the camera to be able to see things in your environment and all that stuff. The LAM, large action model. Sorry, it can understand and carry out complex tasks by translating human intention into action. So that's like the Rabbit R1's like main thing that it's like priding itself in is the LAM system. It's day one out of the box uses. You can search, you can like ask the AI, like search the web and stuff. You can do music, you can do ride share, you can order food, like through what is it, like Uber Eats or DoorDash?
Eats, yeah.
Uber
Mhm.
Eats. It's got the vision, so it's got a little camera, the multimodal stuff. It's got generative AI, note taking, and translation. There is an exploratory section on there too for travel and AI enhanced communication. There's also a planned list of features that it's not quite there yet, I don't think, but it's the point of interest research, reservations, ticketing, navigation, mobile and desktop teach mode, uh, and they want to launch that stuff soon. And then the experimental stuff is like a web teach mode, but it's kind of vague on what they said to do with that.
So before we move on, just real quick, Dustin, do you want to talk about like what the mobile and desktop teach mode is? I haven't seen this work yet. This is supposed to be in beta, but I think it's cool. And I think it's like, if you look to the future, this is a positive for Rabbit R1.
So the teach mode is basically you would teach Rabbit to do a string of functions. So let's say you're listening to whatever, I think Spotify is the one that works with Rabbit.
Mhm.
You're listening to Spotify, well, then you can say, Rabbit, subscribe to this artist and add this, and this song to a playlist and make a playlist. And so it will be able to go boom, 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 boom. And then it would remember that, hey, do that again. And then you teach it how to do these things. You teach it how to use these strings of almost like commands. I think of it like, what is it? I can do it with like Adobe. I think you could do it with DaVinci and stuff too. Like you can have um, like a string of stuff, and you can save it as a template, and you can just apply it to whatever.
Right.
Same difference.
Yeah, you're kind of like actively teaching the AI. So you're
Yeah.
going on the screen, it's watching the screen, and you're showing it like, hey, I want you to do this string of things.
Yep.
I want you to move all of these notes onto this document and organize them in this way. And you can teach it how to do that. And supposedly it's supposed to learn how to do it and then be able to do it in the future.
Yeah. So you can just tell it, hey, do that thing, and then it'll do it. You don't have to show it every time.
So we haven't seen this yet. I haven't seen anyone use this, but that is on their product list.
Yeah.
So
It's cool.
Yeah.
So what about the Meta?
Yeah. So Meta, I can speak to this because I have them.
Yes.
So it's also multimodal AI that just came out the past week or so. We tested it out on the last video that we released on Friday. It's okay. It works. I'll say like all three of these, I think, work on a similar scale with their multimodal AI. There isn't one that really performs way better. There's not one that fails way worse than the other. So they all three of them have their issues and their successes with the multimodal. It also has a basic AI assistant, similar to the series of the world, the Amazon, Google assistants. I will say out of all three of these, I've not seen an AI assistant that blows me away as far as doing things that other AI or other assistants can't do. But it does have that basic AI assistant. You can ask it what the weather is. You can ask it, who is the second president of the United States, those type of questions. On top of being an AI assistant, though, this can make video calls on Messenger. It can make, you can receive phone calls through this. You can speak to folks. It has a mic as well. You can take pictures with it through the glasses, point of view pictures, point of view videos, up to 60 seconds per. All of the videos and pictures are not landscape, they're portrait though. That's part of it. You can stream to Instagram. You can play music, listen to music through here. It has really good Bluetooth speakers. And also it blocks out the sun from damaging your pupils.
Yep.
So
sunglasses after everything, it's just what it is.
Unless you don't get the sunglasses version, but
yeah. I mean, you can get the prescription lenses, therefore they are even more functional.
Sure. For more money, but yeah. So the Humane AI pin, what are the functions?
So as well, so the Humane has the multimodal AI, as does the rest of them. It can make calls, send messages, they can seek answers, capture moments, take notes, or manage your digital world.
Marketing. That's what the website said.
That was straight from the website. And I told Zach, I was like, that is the most generic thing I've ever heard in my life. It can understand your intention and learn your context in like your speech, or like what you tell it to do, or what you ask for. It's got a laser ink display projector, which I don't know why it's called laser ink, but it's the little projector thing that like goes onto your hand. It's got it's hand movement based. So the way you navigate around that is like you would push it back, you would, select things with this, like different movements. It's got a touchpad for gestures. So like you can tap, touch, you can push the little button down, you can swipe for volume and stuff like that. It uses ChatGPT, and you can hot swap the batteries. So the actual pin itself has an internal battery, but what clips on the other side of whatever you're wearing it on is a battery. And so you're running low on the battery, you can take it off and not kill it and have to restart it. You put another battery on, and then you're good to go some more. So that's, that's the features. That's all the positives. Now
we should say like all these features, like these are the marketed features.
These are the ones from the websites. These are the ones they say it can do. These are all the, we can do all of these things. Now, can it really do that? That's what this next section is. The shortcomings, the negatives. So what about the Rabbit?
All right. So the Rabbit R1 doesn't text or make phone calls. The user interface that we've seen, it's not amazing. It's a little clunky, again, with the shake, rattle, and roll to get around thing. It's a whole new way of interacting with the device that you have to learn. And for years and years and years of smartphones, that's just not the way that we make tech usually. Usually we try to make tech that's intuitive and just works.
Yeah.
So it's another device for your pocket. This does not replace your iPhone. So you have your iPhone in one pocket and you have your keys in your wallet in the other, and you have that third pocket for your little Rabbit R1. So
yeah, it's your Rabbit R1 pocket.
Yeah. So
You're starting to make pants like that now.
you need 3 pockets. So if you're a 2-pocket guy or girl or gal,
Yeah. Got to have that third.
Yeah. So answers are slow and incorrect at times. It does suffer from AI hallucination. We've seen this with all the AI devices. They all hallucinate. And what hallucination means is that it confidently gives you a wrong answer. You ask it, what is the color of the sky? And it confidently tells you that the sky is yellow, right? That happens a lot. And it can get dangerous if you're asking it important questions, right?
Yep.
Like, what do I do if I'm having a heart attack? Lay down and stop, drop,
and roll.
Yeah. Yeah. So AI hallucinations are a bit of an issue. It can be slow at times, but from what we've seen, it's faster than the Humane AI pin.
Mm-hmm.
And as with all 3 of these devices, it suffers from poor battery life. I'd say another negative for this, and we're probably going to say it for all 3, is that, the way that the Rabbit works is that it connects to apps and uses the apps for you, which is different than the way the other 2 work. It doesn't do that particularly well right now.
Yeah.
So its main function is that it's supposed to be able to get onto your account on Uber Eats, your account on Uber, and either get you a ride or order you some food. Mm-hmm. It's not faster than pulling out your phone and doing it. So the main purpose of this device right now is not performing faster than the device you already have.
Yep.
So that's pretty big negative, but let's not harp all over the negatives on this. Let's go ahead and it's out of order in our notes here, but we're going to go to meta here just because I want to keep it in order.
Gotcha.
So, meta.
So the meta, it can't do complex things with apps. It can't access your applications like the Rabbit. Its answers aren't accurate. It suffers from AI hallucinations as well. Its battery life is better than the others, but it seems it won't last a full day. Not a big deal if you're using them as sunglasses or if they're prescription for you,
right?
Because they're still glasses,
right?
You look weird wearing sunglasses inside or on cloudy days, because you just do.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't work with FaceTime. It only works with like Messenger and WhatsApp, which we figured out the hard way on the last video.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of the short list of Meta's shortcomings. Still, yeah, we'll leave it at that. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Humane.
This device overheats on your body. As reported by other creators, and people don't sue us, Humane. We don't have the money to deal with that. But there's been reports that this will overheat on your body. It needs constant battery charging. And so like that hot swapping battery feature that we said at the beginning was maybe a positive. It seems to be a reaction to a problem they're having that the device doesn't last that long. And this hot swapping is like constant all day thing. It's not like go ahead.
It's hot.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And it's hot.
It's hot.
Yeah. But it's a constant all day thing. So like you are constantly charging one battery while the other one runs down. And so I'm assuming that would be pretty, if you're replacing your phone with this, pretty anxious energy there. If you're like constantly
also,
having to worry.
if it's lithium ion, then I mean, you're going to wear that battery down fast.
Oh yeah. Because what lithium ions, I think it's like 400 full cycles.
They have like a memory or whatever.
Slower response time, and this one is significantly slow, I would say. It laughably slow. And it's not always accurate. AI hallucinations as well. It's pricey. It's a $700 device plus $24 a month right now. I'm sure if you jump in a year, that 24 will be more. to me, that's also a little scary because I like to buy devices, and maybe this is for all three of them. I like to buy
Mhm.
devices that I think have longevity and that the
Yep.
company's going to be around to support the device. I'm not confident in Humane and or Rabbit R1 to support the device for 10, 20 years.
Yeah.
And finally, you can't access your applications like the Rabbit R1. So this is another kind of feature that Rabbit has that the other two don't. Yeah. So those are the main problems specific to all three. I
Mhm.
will say, before we get into our conclusion, that the Humane AI pen and the Rabbit R1 are newer than the Meta
Yes.
and have a significant gap between the promised features and what you actually get out of the box right now,
Yep.
which is the reason they've been getting trash in reviews. And it's the reason that we probably don't suggest you buying them right now.
Yeah. They've overpromised and underdelivered.
So I guess we're jumping right into the conclusion. That was a terrible segue by me. Um, Dustin, what are your thoughts? I know we have notes here, but like, what are your
Yeah.
thoughts in conclusion for, we kind of, I'm assuming the title is going to be something like, here's the one you should buy out of the three.
Yeah.
What do we think?
I mean, the one you should buy in my opinion, if you're in the market for an AI assistant type deal, the Meta glasses. Simply because I wear glasses. You wear glasses. A lot of people wear glasses. So if the glasses die and you can't use any of the features, they are still functional.
Right.
Are they a little bit more expensive than your normal frames? Yes. But you get those extra features that are still kind of cool, you know.
Mhm.
Um, that's kind of where I stand on it. The other two are cool ideas. I don't think they have executed them well. I think that they rushed out the delivery of the devices. They didn't fully test it out. And you see that a lot with a lot of different tech. It's happening a lot in the video game industry. We're gonna drop a game and then put out DLC later that's gonna fix all the bugs. But then you have games like Baldur's Gate that came, or what is it, Baldur's Gate 3 that
Mhm.
came out, and it was like a finished game.
Right. It was in
No,
development for like 4 years. It was in beta
that's
for,
fine.
yeah.
That's totally fine. I mean, as long as you get a finished game,
Yeah.
and like the only DLC is literally additive
Right.
stuff, not bug fixes. I feel like that's happening a lot in the tech world right now. They're trying to get stuff out because it's popular. They're trying to go with the demand. It's just not feasible to do so, in my opinion. Um, Meta glasses are the way to go.
So I agree. And not just because I have the Meta glasses, it's
Mhm.
because I think that all of this research over the past few months into AI and AI devices, I mean, honestly, this channel for me, I knew about AI. This channel for me has been like a crash course with all the research we're doing and
Yeah.
kind of figuring out what we actually think and what's marketing, what's not. I think where I'm coming down right now on AI is that AI should be integrated into devices that we already own and need. AI itself isn't something that needs its own device.
Nope.
AI isn't a device. AI is an additive to other devices. We've covered AI ovens. We've covered AI glasses. We've covered AI. It's just AI everything, right?
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, it's kind of a buzzword right now. Anytime a new piece of tech comes out, it's AI. Oh, what did I see the other day that made me laugh? That was also. It was an AI mouse. Logitech just came out with a new AI mouse to where you can click the top of the mouse and speak to an AI assistant. I think that's fine. I think it's a little gimmicky, but I think it's fine.
Yeah.
AI doesn't need to be its own thing. And I think that's what Humane and Rabbit are dealing with right now. And the fact that all of the other functions, the non AI functions on Humane and the Rabbit R1, can be done with a smartphone and can be done better with a smartphone because
Yep.
there's been years and years development for those smartphones.
Yep.
So, with that, the reason you should get, if you're looking for something to where you don't need your phone, you can leave your phone in your pocket and talk to an AI assistant, get these. Buy sunglasses that have AI, because the AI is decent. It's multimodal, so you get that cool feature as well. And if you hate the AI, you got some sunglasses.
Hot take. Get one of these before if you don't want to take your phone out of your pocket. It's been around for quite a while. I just had the thought in my head. I was like, I can do all of that with my smartwatch.
There's just that's the point, right? It's just, we don't need AI devices.
No, we already have them.
Integrate AI into the devices we already have, please and thank you.
Yes.
All right. Appreciate it. Look, if we miss something, let us know in the comments. Let us know your thoughts. If you have an
played
idea
with any of these devices, let us know. Point us in the right direction, please. Lead us down the yellow brick road to the wonderful land of AI Oz.
If you have topic ideas for us to cover, let us know in the comments. We will certainly look at that. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in a couple days.
Yeah.
Peace.
See ya.
I'm walking the streets of nowhere. I'm playing the game with
It's okay. I know you're nervous.
I've never been in front of a camera before. I don't know how to act. He said, what do I do with my hands? Put your hands down. I don't know what to do with them.